What's up, everybody? Buddha back here again, and I have something special for you today. We have a great big brown box, and we can tell there's stuff in it from the way that it's moving around. So, as many of you may know, I am a MIB for Steve Jackson, which means I demo games and stuff on behalf of Steve Jackson at conventions and game shops and stuff like that, in order to help promote the product, and then they give me product, and then, you know, I earn points and stuff like that, get freebies throughout the year, blah, 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 this, that, and the other. This is the freshly minted Kickstarter package for Munchkin Shakespeare. So I'm going to do a little bit of an unboxing today. We're going to go through it. There's a bunch of stuff in here, because I got the big package. And obviously the big package. Try to be careful with this, because I don't want to cut up anything I don't need to cut up. And we will see what we have in store for us today. Alright. Okay. Bunches of stuff right off the top of that. Okay, here we go. The first thing we have here is the Munchkin Shakespeare Kilometer. And I think there's some cards underneath it. Yeah, 4 Munchkin Shakespeare cards included. Well, hell, let's just do it all, the complete fucking unboxing, shall we? So that to the side here, we have the Kilometer, which there is the, I guess, the normal side. And then here, well, not necessarily the monster side, but there's that side. It feels a little loose. I don't know, maybe they're putting them together differently, because they're not really riveted like they used to be. This must be a new style or something. The numbers flow pretty easily, about as normal, but it seems like it moves, it shifts a little bit with it. I don't think it's going to come apart, but it shifts. It definitely shifts. And then we have 4 Munchkin Kilometer cards here. Let's see if we can do this very carefully, because I don't want to cut the cards up. Alright, because I want to keep the cards separate for the time being. We have a card here that says, "To thine own self be true." Okay, yeah, there are 4 cards. Never did run smooth. We have, "What a piece of work is you." And we have a +2 bonus for Prospero's Magic Book. So, "To thy own self be true" is play when you are in combat alone. If you kill the monsters, go up an extra level, which may be the winning level. Okay, so that's cool. We have never did run smooth. Play during any combat whenever the combat values were before. Now whatever the combat values were before, now the Munchkin side has 1 and the monster side has 2. Further cards may be played. Oh, that's, oh. So you get to reset. It's a reset card. So like if somebody's about to win combat and they've got it like, you know, 30-2 because they got a low monster, you can reset it so the monster will be 2 and the Munchkin will be 1. Now you can play additional cards, but after that, but it's a reset. That has never been done in Munchkin before, I do believe. Let's see. What a piece of work are you during any combat? Your arm on your turn, you get a combat bonus equal to your level. Okay, so you can basically double your level with this card. And let's see, Prospero's Magic Book. When you are in combat, you may say, "I banish thee," and remove 1 monster level 6 or below from the combat. Its treasure remains behind for the taking. if the Munchkin wins the combat. It doesn't say anything about the level, so I assume the level is voided if you do that. But that's kind of cool as well. Okay, so I gotta put this stuff to the side here because I don't want to mix everything up just yet. So I've got that. I'm getting this back. And we'll just try to package it back together the way it was when it came out of the doodopper here. Something doesn't feel right. Okay, hang on a second. There we go. Okay, so there's that. There's that. And we'll put that over the side very carefully like that. Okay, so, that's post. We have Munchkin Shakespeare's Flowers for Our Pawns. Nothing major with that. I don't think there's any cards that go with this. These 6 pawns show flower in full Shakespearean gear. And there's also spike spear pawns in here somewhere, I believe. Yeah, here they are. So we got 2 sets of pawns, male and females. So those are good. Those are cool. Actually, there should be some glow-in-the-dark pawns in here too, somewhere. So those are just pawns. There's no cards. Well, let's go ahead and pull one out and show the sculpt. This, if I can get it. Oh, these blister packs are hard to get into. Alright, so this is Spike Spear. This is the guy normally. You can see him fairly well. It's kind of cool looking, holding a feather. So that's awesome. Put him back. And then there's a red, blue, purple, green, yellow, and orange. The normal Munchkin colors. And then Flower, which is the chick. We got her purple pawn. You can see her. These are kind of heavy-duty pawns. I like them. They're not as some of the other ones have felt pretty flimsy in some of the deluxe kits. But I like these. These are cool. Okay, so those are pawns. Put those inside. We have the stage demo, which I'm not going to get into. It's just a pack of cards that are flavored from Munchkin Shakespeare, but it's a rigged demo. So you put the cards in the deck in a specific order. That way you can play them and show people kind of on the fly how to play. It's cool, but we're not what we're going to get into. I think there may be a couple of extra cards. I don't know if they're duplicates or not. Let's see. This is an expansion for Munchkin Shakespeare. It is not a standalone game. Every stage demo pack is the same. So I don't know. I thought these would be duplicate cards. Okay, so it is an actual expansion. So you can throw these cards in with their actual game. And, yeah, you can throw those cards in with the actual game. And play with those as well. Well, then let's kind of crack this pack and see what happens. These blister packs are kind of hard to get into, though. I mean, they put these together rather well, and I can't get into this fucking thing. Okay, I'm into it. Very careful now. Careful. Oogity. Okay, so there's that. We have kind of a... All of this is eventually just going to go in the deluxe kit anyway, so I'm going to put that to the side for the moment. So we have a bunch of cards here. come on. Alright, so I'm going to go through these quickly. We have +5 to monster. We have an elf. We have a warrior. We have a cheat card. We have a curse card. Offend the fairy queen. Lose a level. We have a level 2 Gildenstein monster. We have a level 2 Merchant of Venison monster. We have a Mac something that was +5 to the monsters, like Mac Daddy. We have a level 10 Not Two Bees. Not Two Bees. Level 10 Not Two Bees. Them's a bunch of bees. They're not two bees. Them's a bunch of bees. What's the flavor text? 2 bees. Maybe it's discarded to give the +10 to this fight. Holy shit. So there are 2 bees around here too, somewhere too. We have a +2 rapier. We have a wishing ring. We have a Gual, which is deliver your soul soliloquy. Never mind. We have a +2 footlights. That's kind of cool. The artwork on this, the footlights are candles strapped to his shoes. Check that out. I love Cavallic's artwork on these cards. I really do. We have a +4 pike. And let's see, we have a break the fourth wall, which is a go up a level. We have a rose by any other name, which is a one-shot. Play during any combat turns any one monster into a flower, leaving its treasure behind, usable only once. Another one of those cards, and then the not two bees again. I can't get over that not two bees. That's kind of fucking hilarious. I'm going to slide down there. I want to keep these kind of separate. Where did that pocket go? What did I do with it? Put it away somewhere. Like I said, I want to keep these separate for the time being. So I want to put that there and that there. Oh, and there. Okay, and there's that. There. Okay, good. All right, now we're back to another blister pack. We have the Munchkin dice, the Shakespeare drama dice. And this is kind of a thin pack, so I don't want to bend the cards. Once again, damn blister pack, because they're so fucking tiny. Or actually, they're not. Well, this one's tiny, but they're stout. They're fucking stout. I mean, they put some work into these somehow. All right, come on. Careful, oogity. Come on, get up. There we go. All right. I mean, I guess since it's just a limited run, I don't see why they would do it that way, though. They should use the same packing method as they did before. Okay, so these, for one, I know I didn't show these, and I forgot. I'm sorry, I forgot. The dice are pretty normal dice. Munchkin heads, they're normal sized. They're pips. Your normal set of D6s. No big deal on the dice. Now they are kind of a white and a, is it brown or red maybe? Is that a translucent red? They're kind of ivory, and then the other ones are not translucent. But you can see those there. Oh, that's the normal, kind of like a pearlescent a little bit too. But they're normal dice. No big deal on the dices. Now we have, I think, 4 cards in this pack. I'm trying to be very careful with these cards. I'm trying not to. I mean, they're wrapped in plastic. I know it looks like I'm chewing on them, but I'm trying to get the plastic cut with my teeth, and it didn't quite work out. So we've got. Come on. I just cut you. Alright, here we go. Okay, so we have. All right, we have tell a hawk from a handsaw. Roll one drama dice. You may discard up to that many cards of one type from your hand and draw an equal number of replacement cards from the opposite deck. Doors for treasures and vice versa. So if you have four or if you roll a 4 on the card or on the die, you have 4 door cards in your hand. You can swap 4 door cards for 4 treasure cards. Or if you have 4 treasure cards, you can swap 4 treasure cards for 4 door cards. Pretty simple. A level 1 ill roasted egg. Roll all 6 drama dice. Take each die that rolled a number lower than your level and add that value as a combat bonus to the egg. Okay. We have a +1 to +6 bonus. Darling Buds of May. Roll 1 drama dice and give that number as a combat bonus to either side. So that's kind of cool. Oh my ducats. Oh my ducats. Play when you are selling items for a level. Roll 1 drama dice and multiply the result by 100. This card is worth that many gold pieces. So this would be worth up to 600 gold pieces. So that's kind of cool. Oh my ducats. Put that back with the dice here. Yeah, okay. Alright. Getting kind of down to the nitty gritty here. We've got 2 big boxes and a couple other things. We have the Munchkin Shakespeare coloring book, which is actually kind of small. I figured it'd be bigger, but it's about journal size. And it's got, I don't know, probably 15 or so pages. But you can see coloring book there. I'm going to keep that kind of a secret for a little while. I may use that as a prize. We have some dungeon cards here. It looks like just a couple. Okay. Oh wait, there's some blanks. Yeah, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 blanks. 1, 2. Okay, we have 4 blanks of each normal cards. No big deal there. We have Munchkin blank card pack. Oh, they're blank dungeons too. Oh, okay, so this is just blank cards. There's 2 blank dungeons. I should have read that before I opened it. We wouldn't have had to open it, but it's okay. So, we have 2 blank dungeons and 4 of each of the blank cards. Yeah, okay, and it says so right there on the dang package. Give me that there, and that there, and did I? Yes, I can put these back in here like this, I think. If I do it the right way, not the wrong way. Alright, that's all back in there. Thrown over there. Okay, so now we're back. Now we're to the 2 big items here. We have, and I'm going to move the box away. There's nothing else in there. No bonuses. Okay, so we have the main event right here. Okay, so we have the Munchkin Shakespeare Limited Engagement Kickstarter pack. Now this had a bunch of different stuff in it. Dice and the dungeons, and let's see, this is an expansion. Doesn't read on the back of the box what exactly is in here. And I forget what's in here. It's dungeons and extra cards and stuff like that. So let's go ahead and open this. And it's in your standard, you know, your normal Munchkin box. Not like deluxe Munchkin box, but your normal Munchkin box. Okay. Come on out. Come on out. Okay. We have, looks like a little Steve Jackson catalog for the year 2017. We have an instruction sheet, which we'll put that to the side. Oh, here's the glow-in-the-dark pawns I was talking about. We have one of each. Well, black ones. We have a female and a male black one, and a glow-in-the-dark and a male and female. So there's those pawns. We have another kilometer. This one's a little different. This one is really different compared to the other one. Yeah. Okay, so this one actually has a monster side. You can see that. And it has that same kind of flex to it that I was talking about. Like it's just a hair bit loose. So that may just be the way they're doing it now without the metal rivets. It looks like they're using plastic rivets now. And that may be just because it gives a little bit. But they still work fine. And here's the normal side there for the other people. So that's cool. Let's see. The first thing we have here is we have two bookmarks. We have the official Munchkin Shakespeare book of tragical miscalculation, and we have the official Munchkin Shakespeare bookmark of cosmic misadventure. Now, tragical, that's what it says. It says tragical. I'm not making that up. It says tragical miscalculation. So this one is going to let you, let's see, show everyone the bookmark. Play this bookmark when some other player is in combat and you are not the helper. Stand up, strike a suitably dramatic pose, and read. Oh, whoa. This valiant Munchkin's end is near. Done in by fuzzy math and faithless friends. A treachery that was too late foreseen. Flee, run away, for now your doom impends. The Munchkin automatically loses the combat and must try to run away. Each time a Munchkin fails one of the runaway rolls, you must give them a card unless the failure results in death. Mockery is impolite and highly encouraged. Okay. I would have think that would have been a card. But okay. We have another Munchkin coloring book, by the way. So we have two of those. The other bookmark is play this Munchkin in front of you at any point during the game, as long as you have not exhausted your bookmark uses. Whenever another Munchkin player must run away from a combat or is the target of a curse played by someone other than you, you may say ha 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 and discard a card from your hand to draw a face-up treasure. Or face-down treasure, excuse me. If you change your sex, fail to run away, or roll all the way around the table once without saying ha ha ha, you must remove this from the gameplay. You may not use it again in this game. That's kind of interesting. Okay. So, once per round, you have to use this bookmark or it goes away. That's how I'm understanding it. But it's basically an opportunity to get quick treasures. So that's a good one. Let's see. We have two coloring books and a journal. This is just blank. Blank, blank, blank. Blank, 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 blank. Okay, so now we're down to the nitty-gritty. Oh, wait, the coin. We have the Munchkin Shakespeare coin. Kind of rustic looking. That's cool. See what the other side looks like. Boom. That's awesome. I almost forgot about it. I picked up the expansion pack, and it was underneath it. So that's cool. It's got a little bit of weight to it, too. It's probably about the same weight as a $50, I would say. It's more than a quarter, I'll tell you that. Got a bit of a thunk to it. Okay, so we have expansion pack of cards and the dungeons. We're going to quickly go through the expansion pack of cards. And then we'll go through the dungeons as well. I'm just going to go through cards that, aren't normal cards. Like, if there's an elf card in here, I'm not going to show that. Races and classes, I'm not going to show. Portal card here, tale told by an idiot. Discard all dungeons in play. Tale told by an idiot. No, same card. Balcony scene. If center stage is not in play, find it and put it in play. That's a portal card. Portal card. Balcony scene again. Excellent. Okay, all these portal cards are doubled up. So portal cards are going to let you jump between portals or dungeons, basically. Some of these seem to be specific to different dungeons. So there's that. All right, so there's about, I don't know, it looks like 16 portal cards here, so we're not going to worry about those. We have a cheat card. We have a curse, lose a level, dream on, dream on. Play when another player has played a one-shot and gives a combat bonus. That one-shot effect is reversed. Half-breed. Arant thee. Play during combat in which there is a helper. The helper must drop out without penalty. Super Munchkin. Tempest is a portal card. Another portal card. Wandering Monster. -10 to monster. +5 to monster. Bard. Cleric. Thief. Warrior. Wizard. Dwarf. Elf. Halfling. Okay, so it seems to be that the races and classes are your normal fantasy races and classes, which kind of makes sense. Level 1 groundlings, they're like moles, I would say. Level 1 spamlet, it's a pig. It's a pig, Hamlet. It's a spamlet. I love spam. Spam. A green-eyed monster. The green-eyed monster. Okay. So everybody in Shakespearean mythology knows the trickster Puck, right? And here is the trickster Puck. He is an actual hockey puck. Walking Shadow. It's kind of cool looking. Ugly Toad. And Toad, Ugly, and Venomous is what it actually is. +3 against elves. Kind of cool looking comedic toad looking thing. Friar Lawrence, it's a big chicken. We have the Hairy Wives of Windsor, which, wait, what is that? Yeah, the Hairy Wives of Windsor. They look like monkeys. Band of Brothers. These are kind of creepy looking, to be honest. Band of Brothers. Okay, so that's the monsters. We have a couple other blank cards here. Get in that corner. Thank you. Let's see. Lend me your ears. Oh, that's so. That's a little dark, to be honest. Lend me your ears. You get a bag full of cut off ears. Tongue of the Dog. Playing during combat, a very soggy +3 to either side. Usable only once. Kind of a cute picture there. Wool of Bat. 1 million monkeys. These are all kind of like reloaded die, wishing ring, triplets. It's all one shots. A triplet. Wait a minute. A triplet is a set of armor. As armor, This has no bonus by itself, but it may be worn under another piece of armor, tripling its combat bonus. Oh my god! So like the mithril armor is like a +4 or something like that. You wear this underneath that, and it's a it's a 12. It's a 12. That's kind of OP, to be honest. That's really overpowered. French hood headgear +2 bonus. Quill pin +2 bonus is a hand weapon. Truncheon +3 bonus is a hand weapon. Anybody don't know, a truncheon is just a sap. Yeah. Okay, +4 bonus. The chimes at midnight. It's a two-handed weapon. You have an extra +3 if this is between midnight and dawn according to your local time. Go up a level, become great. Go up a level, born great. Go up a level, have greatness thrust upon you. Exit pursued by a muskrat. Go up a level, and then we have 2 blank other cards. The other ones were doors. These are treasures. So that's the expansion pack for. No, that's the expansion for the expansion pack. And then we have the dungeons. There's a lot of dungeons. I really don't like playing dungeons a whole lot, to be honest. I mean, it has an interesting mechanic sometimes, but it depends on the dungeons. Alright, so we have Backstage, Burnham Wood. Well, let's kind of look at these for a second. See what they do. Let's go back. Backstage. If you don't find a monster when you kick open the door, you may invite any player to play a monster from their hand. That's interesting. Burning Wood. All fire and flame attacks have a +10 bonus. Holy shit. Okay. Castle Elsinore. All players have the Thief's Backstab ability. Center stage. No one may help anyone else in combat. Downstage. Whenever you suffer a curse or bad stuff, you may say quack in addition to all of its effects. If you forgot to do so, lose a level and discard card. Dungeon of Erratic Comedy. Roll a die whenever the monster enters combat. On a 1 or 2, the monster's level is 5 higher than printed on the card and is worth an extra treasure. On a 3 or 4, the level is unchanged. On a 5 or 6, the level is 5 times lower and 1 fewer treasures. Dungeon of Extra Extras. When you are in combat, you may search the top 10 cards of the discards and pick 1 or 2 monsters to add to the combat. You do not have to add a monster. Dungeon of Heaven and Earth. There are things here, Horatio, and here they come. When a combat starts, each player in turn, starting with the one to the right of the main player, has the option to add 1 monster from his hand until a monster is added. Oh, okay. So you can only add 1 extra monster, but everybody has that option. And it just starts with the person and goes around the table. But if one person does it, then nobody else gets to do it. Fire and flame attacks have no effect. Dungeon of Hidden Fires. Dungeon of Inconstant Mooning. In any combat, every Munchkin not actually in the combat may moon either side for a -3. You do not have to do this at all. You don't want to take sides. That would be kind of risque in a I don't know what they mean by this, because the artwork on the card shows people mooning someone, and I don't know how that would go down if somebody at a table just suddenly got up, turned around, and dropped trowel. So I don't know about that one. Dungeon of Playing the Things. Players may discard a permanent item with a combat bonus to use at double their printed bonus. That's nothing major. Dungeon protesting too much. All curses have double effect. Dungeon of Terrible Scottish Accents. Oh God, we can only imagine what that one's going to be. Whenever you speak, you must attempt an accent which does not need to be Scottish or even remotely close to it, as long as it's not your own accent. Dungeon of Wooden Swords. Everything here is a prop. No item gives more than a +2 bonus. Oh, that's rough. In the wings, at the end of your turn after giving charity, step off stage and prepare for your next scene by drawing an extra door or treasure card. That's kind of cool. A Sea of Troubles. All monsters have +5. Take this when this dungeon is removed from play. All players but one whose portal removed it draw a face-down treasure. Secret House of Death. All monsters count as undead. Monsters that are undead already get +5. Stage left. There's a person to your left. Helps you win the fight. You may draw 2 face-down cards from either the doors or treasure. Stage right. Same thing. Except going to the right. An Unweeded Garden. If the Munchkin wins the combat, the monsters get a chance to run away. And then we have 2 more blank dungeon cards. Okay, so that's everything out of the major expansion, the Kickstarter expansion. So we have the bonus cards, we have the dungeons, we have the coloring book, and we have the journal, and we have the bookmarks, and the kilometer, and the pawns, and then the paperwork. So all that's going to go back in the box. So that's cool there. Wow, we've been going for 40 minutes. This is going to be a long one. Because this is going to take probably at least 20 minutes to get through. We have this here. I just kind of cut the box a little bit. But that's okay. Well, okay. Supposedly, if we made the stretch goal, they were going to make the board circular, but from the picture on the back, it's not. I know we didn't make the stretch goal, but I heard that they might do it anyway, and evidently they didn't. So here we go. What have we here? We have a Munchkin Panic treasure card. Just kind of thrown in the mix here. So that's kind of a promo there. Let's see, we have an advertisement for Munchkin Panic. We have the catalog again, and we have the instructions, and we have the pawns. These are the normal cardboard pawns that you will see in any deluxe edition game. So those are normal. Well, no, they are Shakespearean in stature, but there's the same picture back and forth. Let's focus in on the yellow one here, and that's what we will see. That's what you. The only thing is different is the backgrounds are different, as you can see from the green one there. So there's that. All right. So the first thing we have is the board. It folds in half, and it is your heavy-duty kind of gaming board. No big deal there. It's no bigger or smaller than any of the other boards that come in these kinds of sets, so that's cool. We have the stands for the cardboard people. We have another of the reddish or brown. I can't quite tell in my light, and I'm sorry, I don't have great lighting. Another die there. We have 2 packs cards, and then I'm checking underneath to see if there's anything there, and then there's nothing else. It's just the insert. But I always flip the insert over so that I get more space out of the space. So I'm going to go through these quickly because I didn't realize this video was that long. And you know, we already know that some of your basic cards are going to be in here. You know, wandering monsters, classes and races. We already know the basic classes and races are in here. I'm going to separate them out between treasures and door cards at this time. Okay, so we have normal size deck for treasures. These are all treasures, and then these are all doors. Of course, the treasure deck is always a little smaller than the door deck because of the way the game plays out. So going over doors, we have, let's see, call monsters from the vasty deep, curse, cheat, curse, 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 curse. And these are your normal curses, like, you know, lose a level or lose a headgear. And I just dropped a card. I'm back. Lose a level. Yeah, all these are your normal type curses. Of course, any other kind of theme for Munchkin or for Shakespeare. Lose your headgear. Players to your right draws 3 face-up treasures. Choose one for yourself. He gives you one and discards the third. That's a curse. Lose 2 levels is a curse. Lose a level is a curse. Half-breed, Super Munchkin, Wandering Monster. Plus 10 to monster. Another mat card, which is plus 5 to monster. Rump Fed, plus 5 to monster. Undead, Bard, Bard, Bard. Cleric, Cleric, Thief, Thief, Warrior, Wizard, Dwarf, Elf, Halfling. Okay, we got monsters now. So that's all. That's all the normal kind of door card stuff, like curses and monsters, or like curses and races and classes and stuff like that. First monster is a level 1 Asp. Level 1 Pound of Flesh. Henry the Fourth Part 2 is an undead, or Part 1. There's a part. Okay, this is kind of funny. Okay, so Henry the Fourth Part 1 is going to be the right side of Henry the Fourth, or yeah, the right side of the person. And Henry the Fourth Part 2 is the left side of the person. That's a little creepy and dark to a degree. Rosengats, whatever he's supposed to be. He's got some kind of mixed with another card. Merchant of Venison. Banku, level 6 undead ghost type thing. Blackfriar, Witches 3, Mortal Coil, level 10 Bard Owl, level 10 Base Mechanics, level 10 Hamlet. Okay, it's another not 2Bs card, but this one's not as good as the artwork as the other one. But again, they're not 2Bs. There's a whole lot more than 2Bs there. What's the level 20 monster? There's not a level 20 monster. Why is there not a level 20 monster? There's level 16s, which is Shylock and Iago. But there's not a level 20 monster. Unless it got mixed into the treasure cards. Yeah, there's some mixing in the treasure cards. Okay. Oh, there's a lot more mixed in the treasure cards. Shit. My bad. Alright, so we have more there. I'm just going to go through these real quick. Make sure. You know, it did seem like the door cards were a little lacking. Okay. Alright, so we have. Let's see. Our level 1 Runyon. We have a level 1. So there's not 2Bs, and there are 2Bs. They're level 1 2Bs. Gildenstein. The Aids of March. We have a Brutus. He's a level 4. Titus Androgonus. It looks like fucking Frankenfurter. Titus Androgonus looks like Frankenfurter. That's kind of cool. Dogs of War. That's kind of awesome. Just pick what are the level 20 monsters at? Okay, our level 20 monster is Lady Macbeth. That is awesome. And then we have the Dark Lady, level 18. Caliban at level 18. T-Man of Athens at level 16. These are all kind of cool, yeah. Alright, so there's that. We found all the door cards finally. Treasure cards. This is going to be your normal weapons and stuff like that. Pike. Shakespearean cannon. The Shakespearean cannon card's kind of cool because it's not actually depict a cannon. It depicts a book with a cannonball coming out of it. See that? That's awesome. Breaking the fourth wall. Go up a level, go up a level, go up a level. Armor of Proof. Oh, that's kind of cool. It's like a whiskey barrel, so it's the Armor of Proof. Kingly Crown, headgear, +4. Go up a level, go up a level. Go up a level, go up a level. Good deed in a naughty world. Play after. Okay. Play after another player has suffered from a curse. They must actually suffer some bad stuff. Or they suffer some bad stuff. They must actually suffer. They go up a level, and so do you. Oh, that's kind of cool. Sorry for your trouble, pal. Have a level. I'm going to take one, too. Double. Usable on either side. Double the levels of either side. And some of this is just normal Munchkin-y type stuff. But yeah, these are all cool. There's something else I wanted to look at right here real quick. Steal the Shadow. Play this card after you are accepted as the helper. If the Munchkins win, The main player gets no level or levels from the combat. You get the levels. Oh, that's dirty. I love it. That's fucking dirty. Merchant of Venice, we've already gone over. Alarum, +2 to either side. Play this card along with Excursions. The Munchkins also have +1 or -1 to run away. Excursions, +2 to either side. Okay, so it's +4 total if you play 2 cards, but the bonus of playing them in conjunction is that you get a +1 to run away if you still lose, or +1 or -1. Loaded die, loaded die. Wishing ring. A doublet. There's a doublet too. So like the triplet we had earlier, there's also a doublet that does the same thing, except it doubles instead of triples. Eye of Newt, +2 to either side. Toe of Frog, +2 to either side. Yorick, +2 to either side. And there's a Hireling. There, Bodkin, +1 bonus. Toga, +1 bonus. Flambe, +1 bonus. Fire, flame attack. It's basically a stick with on fire. See that? Interesting artwork. Prop dagger, +1. It's a wooden dagger. Arrows, +2. If you are also using slings, they combine for a total of a +6. Oh, that's cool. Oh, happy dagger. When you fail to run away from a monster whose bad stuff includes death, you may discard this to avoid death. The happy dagger. Get over there. Ruffled coif. Slings. We found the slings. Footlights. Different artwork on those footlights. That's kind of cool. Rapier, which I just dropped. Normal rapier card, +2 to combat, blah, blah, blah. Shakespeare, or a shake spear. Maybe held with both hands and used as a +5 weapon. It's +2 naturally. It does count as a big item though. Rich armor, +2 or +4 bonus. +2 if the sun is out. Go look. +4 otherwise. Oh, okay. So during the day it's +2, plus at night it's +4. Weird. It's okay. All right. Candle burning at both ends is a weapon. It's +3. It's one-handed. +3 globe. You can actually beat somebody in the head with a globe. That's kind of cool. Come down the last little bit here. And then there's a stake spear. It's a big item. It's 2 hands. It's +3, +6 against each undead, but it's a stake spear. More like a ramrod spear. But okay, so that's all of the stuff from the Munchkin Shakespeare Kickstarter. That's everything. We got the game, we got the expansion, we got a bunch of little bonuses here and there, 2 kilometers, a bunch of pawns, cards upon cards upon cards. So, I don't know when yet, but we will be demoing this fairly soon, probably at Mid-South Hobbies and Games. So if you're in the Memphis area, I'm going to link the Mid-South Munchkin Society Facebook page down in the description, and you can check there for when we will be doing a demo specifically for the Munchkin Shakespeare edition. So keep an eye on that. As always, like, comment, subscribe. I do a lot of try to do a lot of gaming stuff on here, but most of my videos are just Loot Crate unboxings. But I do what I can. I don't do this professionally, so I have a job. I have stuff to do. But I try to upload a video whenever I can. And it's normally stuff like this, board games and card games and video games and games. But with that being said, we're going to kill this now hour-long video. You've sit here and listened to me talk for roughly an hour, just a little under. And I hope you enjoyed it. I hope I didn't waste your time. I know it's kind of backwards the way we did it. We started with the add-ons, and then we ended with the main game instead of like maybe starting with the main game and going that way. But that's the way it was in the box. So I liked it to do it that way anyway. But as always, we'll catch you next time. Look me up on Mid-South Munchkin Society on Facebook, and you can get first notices about when I do events and stuff. As far as events go, Mid-South Comic and Fantasy Convention is coming up in November, I believe. Middle of November. We'll link them down below in the description as well. That is where I will be doing another demo, at least so far, is scheduled for this year. It's normally the last convention of the year that I work, and then we'll probably work ShadowCon again as well. But I'm going to try to throw around some like board game nights intermixed in there. It just kind of depends on if I have the time. I am starting school relatively soon, so it may not be a board game night, but maybe a board game day on like a Saturday at the shop. Mid-South Hobbies and Games. So stay posted. To stay posted, I mean, hit the Mid-South Munchkin Society page. You can always follow me here on. You follow me there on Facebook. You follow me here on YouTube. Again, thanks for listening to me ramble for an hour. If you sat through the entire video, if you sat through the entire video, why don't you comment a Shakespearean quote in the comments, and when I do the demo, I will make sure you are the first one to know before I make it public. How about that? If you got to the end of this video and you quote a Shakespearean quote that I can confirm, I will specifically set it up so that you are a part of the first demo I do with this kit. Fair enough? All right. As always, catch you later. Bye.